Everyone. It is Monday, November 5th, 2018. Hope everyone had a good weekend. We will get started now. All right, friends of Mozilla for this week. A big thanks to Giannis, Kiki, Yayesh, Yuli, and Jing for talks and workshops in Greece, Indonesia, India, Mexico, and Germany. So our tech speakers, as usual, are all over the globe talking about fantastic web and Mozilla stuff, and we always appreciate all their hard work and travel. So a big round of applause for our tech speakers. Gonna refresh the wiki, as is the tradition at the top of the meeting. All right. Upcoming events for this week. I don't know that we have any on the agenda today. That is okay. We will go right into speakers because we do have a bunch of speakers. We will start with Julia, who was presenting from home about the IndieWebCamp in Berlin. Hello.
Hello. Yes, hi. I'm from the Berlin office, and we just had the IndieWebCamp that happened in Berlin. It's a really interesting bar camp where people get together and they build on the IndieWeb, which is a collection of standards and services that allow people to publish on the IndieWeb, which is essentially a collection of blogs that can communicate to one another, and you can favorite people's stuff, you can like things, you can also pull things in from Twitter and have it directly on your blog. And we had a really, really great time, as you can see from the photos, and the talks were recorded and streamed live, and I recommend if anyone has a chance, they should totally check this out. It's a really cool effort.
Wonderful. Looks like it was a good event. Thank you very much. There are links to the slideshow and some other stuff on the wiki. Thank you very much, Julia. Next, we have Asa here in Mountain View with our weekly Firefox update. Make sure we are scrolled to the... Oh, it's a big one. Oh, yeah, it's still a big one. All right.
Thanks, Poch. Hey, everyone. Firefox 63.0.1 is our current release. It is an update to 63 that shipped last Wednesday, primarily to address an issue with snippets not showing up on the new tab page. Firefox 64 is in the beta channel, and it goes to stable on December 11th. Tomorrow we'll have our 7th of 14 betas going out. Firefox 65 is in the nightly channel, and over the last week there have been 470, actually a couple more than that, maybe closer to 480 bugs fixed with these notable changes. Gecko now has support for the WebP image format. It will be enabled by default after we've had a chance to fuzz test for security. A regression with sessions timing out too quickly that crept in on Halloween last week got quickly fixed. You may have noticed that you were logged out of all of your services without expecting to be. It took us, I think, about 4 hours to identify and turn around a fix on that one. Activity Stream now runs in its own process. We got a fix for vibrancy and web render on macOS that was causing the tab strip to be dark on dark and unreadable. Gecko View now has About Config support. Dark and light themes now honor the Windows 10 accent color setting, and we've disabled HTTP response throttling because it was breaking some background video play and other minor issues that we didn't have a handle on, so we just turned that off. That's it for the last week in Firefox. Thanks all.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Asa. All right. And next, we have Michelle Werther with the updating about some relationship management stuff. And I have those slides here. Hello.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Poch. You can move on to the next slide. What I was going to talk about today is a little bit about managing relationships at Mozilla. And the first word that comes up that surprises people is CRM. So customer relationship management, because do we have customers here? We have customers, we have contributors, we have our community. So if you take the C out and you just think a little bit about relationship management is really what we have available to us here. So I'm going to go on to the next slide and kind of share a little update that we just added to our relationship management capabilities. So currently we have the capabilities to do email, relationship management, and just finished wrapping up case management as well. So there are 3 teams that are using it. We have our foundation team who's using it to do their donor care management. Our PR team is next up to start working a lot on our kind of incoming press inquiries. And the IT growth team just finished launching off the enterprise Firefox ADAO team to be able to help them with some pilots and trials with some of our larger enterprise customers. You might recall earlier this year, Ariel and the participation team talked a lot about event management, and there's a lot of other tools that are actually integrated into the CRM system as well. So on to the next slide. If you or any of your teams are working with people, any kind of people, the AMO team used this for managing the E10S migration, so working with developers over time. Our MDM teams have used it. Our CRM has been used by the Sumo teams as well. So if you want to improve your relationship management and take managing out of spreadsheets in your email, come see us and talk to us about opportunities for your team as well. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. And next we have Till coming to us remotely with our emerging technologies headlines. Let me make sure that is up and we are good to go. I mean, you actually need to refresh. There we go. Sometimes the wiki cache strikes. Hello, Till.
Hello, Potch, and thank you, and hello, everyone. We have 3 updates today. First off, Mozilla's ViewSource conference took place on Friday, October 26 in London as part of the larger sweep of events during MozFest week. We had a sold-out conference of 175 attendees and a great all-day agenda of 9 exciting, informative speakers, plus some awesome lightning talks. If you weren't able to join us in person, you can still have nearly the full ViewSource experience by watching recorded videos of each presentation on YouTube, with availability on Airmo coming soon. And there's a link in the agenda to the videos. In other news, Rust 1.30.0 was released. This is the last stable release before the big Rust 2018 edition. The 2 biggest changes are significant additions to the macro system, including custom attribute and function-like macros, and improvements to how the module system handles external crates. As for most big changes as part of the Rust 2018 edition, these changes help make the language more consistent, expressive, and approachable to new users. And again, in the agenda, there's a link giving you more information about the release. And finally, TPAC, the W3C Combined Technical Plenary / Advisory Committee Meetings Week W3C Annual Meeting took place the week of October 22nd to 26th with broad representation from Mozilla and ET. TPAC brings together W3C technical groups, the advisory board, the tag, and the advisory committee for an exciting week of coordinated and face-to-face work. Topics we helped lead in discussion included the ongoing relationship between MDN and the W3C, interoperability testing for the Web of Things, continued development of CSS and JavaScript, interop between JavaScript and WebAssembly, and the overall W3C Advisory Committee meeting. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Till. All kinds of cool stuff. And our final speaker today is Liz Noonan, who can come from Oakland with our D&I update. Hello.
Hi. Yes, so as you just said, Podge, thank you very much. I'm here to give our monthly D&I update. Before I go into highlights, because there are a ton, we did so much this month, I'm going to start with upcoming opportunities for participation so I don't lose you all before then. So we have a couple of upcoming opportunities for participation this month through December. The first is we're sponsoring the European Women in Tech Conference, which will be taking place November 28th and 29th in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Ariel Kilroy will be speaking on Agile in a roadmap organization, and we also have a booth. If you are interested in attending, please contact me. I'm Elman on Slack and enoonan@mozilla by email. Another upcoming opportunity for participation is the second round of Voice and Influence. We completed our pilot and we're currently working on revamping and adding to the content to make it even more Mozilla relevant and better for everyone. We are starting the new round in January, and Larissa and I are working on recruiting circle leaders now. So if you are interested in participating, we're going to have an info session and social gathering at the All Hands in Orlando. And we're also going to have a remote info session on video. So if you would like to attend one of those sessions, or you're interested in finding out more about the program or circle leaders or anything like that, reach out to me. And same contact information as the last thing. The final thing is our team is hosting the 3rd annual Women of Color Leadership Forum in partnership with Breaking Glass Forums. That's in the Mozilla San Francisco office on Thursday, November 15th. It's during the workday, and the theme is Own Your Power. So if you're interested in attending that, please contact our team coordinator, Kelsey Whithauer. She's Kelsey on Slack, and she is kwhithauer@mozilla.com on email. And then really quick to run through highlights, I'm going to hit these so quick. Lately, we have hosted a trans inclusion web webinar, and you can find that on Air Mozilla. Tara and Larissa both had speaking engagements this month. We participated in Tech Women in the Bay Area. Thank you for everyone who mentored, and you can check out final presentations for emerging leaders. Outreachy projects applications have closed. 14 projects that were submitted and interns are being selected. Thank you to all of the mentors and everyone who was helping. We attended the Women's Leadership Innovation Lab meeting on diagnosing and dismantling the masculine contest culture in the workplace. If that sounds of interest to you, there is a link to a webinar, 1-hour webinar that you can register for. And if you can't watch the webinar live, still sign up, because then you'll get a recording. We hosted another remote session of inclusive hiring at Mozilla in October. If you are a hiring manager or an IC who participates in the process and interviewing process and you haven't attended, please ping Kelsey Whithauer. Larissa shared our progress in the month against our D&I goals in the monthly internal meeting. So if you're staff or NDA, do you want to see the progress we're making against our 2018 company-wide goals, check out that recording. We were featured as a case study in the McKinsey Women in the Workplace report, which is a big annual report. Check that out. There's a link. And then finally, Larissa and Tori Covington, who is our director of talent acquisition, attended a dinner in Atlanta with our Tech Groove Fest partners to meet with students and alumni of historic Black colleges and universities in Atlanta. And that is another one of our partnerships that we're participating in. I'm going to stop talking now. You can find all of that stuff on the wiki, and there's links to everything.
Super
Thanks,
cool.
Botch.
Thank you, Liz. That was a ton of information. Definitely, folks, you should dig in on the wiki. There's a lot of cool links and stuff to see. All right, and I believe those are all of our speakers, though I'm going to refresh, as is our tradition. All right, and with that, we do have also a handful of new hires. I know we have a couple people in San Francisco, and it looks like Chris Moore and if Grace is, I believe, in San Francisco. So if you could come up to the podium. Awesome. Chris, are you on with us?
Great, I'm here. So hi everybody. I'm Chris Moore. I head up product growth and services for Firefox. I'd like to introduce Grace Hsu. She'll be the new senior product manager for user onboarding across our browser and service products. Grace will be focused on ensuring that our users that are coming through our funnel, all of our new users, are having a great first experience. Grace joins us from Insightly, where she was the product manager for onboarding, and then previously at Tableau, where she was the product manager for data and growth. Grace will be based out of SF and be splitting her time between Mountain View and SF. So please welcome Grace.
Awesome, welcome. And then I know we have a handful more introductions in San Francisco, so if folks want to come up to the podium. Toronto, you are on deck.
Hi, I'm Erica Terry Derrick, Director of Global Comms, and I'm delighted to introduce Ellen Canali, who is our new Director of Corporate Communications in this new role. Ellen will be responsible for supporting pretty much all the communications that come out of this Chief Operating Officer's org. She will be working closely with the policy team, the legal team, IT, business development, no, I'm leaving Rob Middleton's folks out, but pretty much everybody in that org. She comes to us most recently having been the Deputy Communications Director in the San Francisco Mayor's office. So she'll be working largely out of San Francisco, but you'll see her around. Please find her at all hands. Thanks, everyone.
Wonderful. Welcome. And then, Nick, if you'd like to do your introduction.
Hi, Nick, iOS Engineer at Pocket. I'm here to introduce David Scusa. He's our new iOS Engineer at Pocket. Looking back over the last 6 months, been very impressed by what we've done with 2 engineers. Can't wait to see what we do with 3. Really happy to have him.
Awesome. Here's the 50+% more. All right. And then Toronto, you have some introductions?
Hi, I'm Vicki Chin. I'm the engineering manager for the Firefox performance team, and I have 2 new hires I'd like to introduce. Barrett Rennie, who started today, it's his first day at Mozilla, and Sean Feng. They're going to be the Firefox performance engineers on the wider performance team, working with all the other engineering teams to make our products faster. So welcome to Mozilla.
Very cool. Welcome. And Jordan in Vancouver. Hello.
Hello. Jordan Lund here from Release Engineering. I'm introducing Mitchell Henches. Mitch is going to be working just outside of the Vancouver office. He's going to be helping us out with all our influx of Mozilla Android experiments. He's going to help us get all those products built and shipped as fast as they can be developed. Should be easy.
Very cool. Welcome. Welcome, Mitchell. All right. And unless someone shoots me a message saying you missed something in the next 5 seconds, we are all wrapped up for this week. So with that, I hope everyone has a fantastic week and that you continue to rock the free web. Have a good one.